What's up, guys? It's your boy Scion, and I am back. And as the title you can see there, this is going to be the top buy-to-play MMOs of 2016. Now, well, I guess you could say for now. Now, what we're going to do is it's going to be 5 of them, and this is going to be a top 5. This is basically what I'm ranking it as, and what you're looking at right now is Paragon. Don't go too crazy with this because it's just footage. I want to show you guys it because it's truly an awesome game. Other than that, Buy2play is a really interesting field to actually cover, and a lot of people take it for granted, and they like to diss it because we have free to play now. But free to play isn't as all as cracked up to be, is it? Now, the Buy2play games are usually always AAA and usually have some good features and just worth actually doing and worth actually, putting money into, so you can just have some fun with it and enjoy yourself. So we're gonna get right into it with number 5. Number 5 is Secret World. Now, Secret World is a game that you can play storyline wise, and it's just an excellent story, to be honest with you. It's based off of real life things, and some of them are just directly complete clones. Like, it's just the same thing that's in the real world, it's the same thing that's here. In fact, there's stuff in New York that's Illuminati that I didn't even know existed, and I actually went and looked in New York, and these things actually exist. These symbols actually exist. I don't know if somebody put them there because of the game or whatever else, but they're really there. And it kind of freaked me out, and I felt like I was being watched and had to run away somewhere because I am a New Yorker. So, I was like, that's kind of cool. So with that said, Secret World is definitely something that you should probably try to get into. Has a steep learning curve, but give it a go. Number 4, as you can see, Star Citizen. Now, I know some people are going to be like, why is Star Citizen so, 4 really? But I can't put it higher than the 3 before it because this game isn't out yet. You can play a lot of games, don't get me wrong. It has a lot of production value. It has a lot of things out. You can do space combat. There's a lot of the mission stuff out right now that if you can actually pay your way into the beta, or we had the free versions that's going on right now. And as you can see, the cinematics, it's really fun, to be honest with you guys. I have a lot of fun in this game. I can't wait for it to be out. And all you Wing Commander fans out there, this is your time to shine. We've been waiting a long time for stuff like this, and we gotta do it to it right now. So with that said, I had to put it 4 because it's not technically out right now. It is better than Secret World even in its current state right now. Not to say that Secret World is bad, but it's just to say that this is a good game. So number 3. Now, as you can see right here, I have Elder Scrolls here. Now, Elder Scrolls is, again, story-wise, it's excellent, to be honest with you. It's a very good story in this game, very good presentation. I like the classes, even though there's not many classes, but there's a lot of variation in the classes, and there's a lot of races, and different things that you can go about. A lot of exploration, and that makes the game fun, in my opinion. It's not the best in the world. I don't think it'll ever be the best MMO in the world. They would have to change a lot of things and do away with a lot of things. They did get a handle on the bots somewhat. They're not completely gone, but they get a good handle on the bots, and the game is a little bit more streamlined now. You can play and get into dungeons a lot easier. You can customize a lot easier. Combat is a lot easier as far as the skills and understanding how to use the classes and everything. Everything is a whole lot easier right now. So with that said, this deserves to be number 3, and it deserves to be higher than Secret World because I think it's a little bit more polished. Now, number 2, Black Desert. Now, I know you're probably like, wow, what the hell is number 1 if Black Desert is number 2? But the reason why I put Black Desert as number 2 is it's been out a little while. It's pretty fun, but it has some black eyes. Mainly their inability to do anything with what's going on with the bot situation. Now, they put out a PSA, just to get gamers out, and I did a video on that, and I wanted to shine a light on that because I thought that was pretty cool, and not many games actually do that. So pretty much everybody in the game can just go out and find bots and help the company out and get rid of bots. That was excellent. That's about the best thing that you could possibly do in that situation. But with that said, there's still a few glaring things, like how there really needs to be true PvE in game. It's getting there. It's building with every patch, but there needs to be more. There's got to be more. There's got to be something more that you can add up into it, and that's why it's number 2. And the number 1, Guild Wars 2, as in. Now, I have a lot of problem with Guild Wars 2 as far as their kind of like their devs. I kind of don't like how some of the things are being handled, but that does not mean the game itself is not, in my opinion, the best buy-to-play game out there. As far as just what you get, as far as the freebies in the game, and just the combat, and just everything overall, the game is fun. Storyline is pretty good. It's generic sometimes, but then it has some points where you're like, wow, that was epic. And they do a lot of that, which it kind of confuses you, because you're like, damn, this is generic, this kind of sucks, I don't like it, I'm gonna go do something else. But then you're like, whoa, like, oh, that's an epic fight right there. And there's a lot of things like that. So that's why I gave this the #1, and I believe that they truly do deserve it. So with that said, let's recap and think about a few things. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about buy-to-play and free-to-play, and then the other models that are out there. Now, free-to-play has its its ups and its downs. The problem with free-to-play is that for whatever reason, when something is free-to-play, it's like it just must be cheese. Like, okay, it's free-to-play, so I got a cheese. It just must be cheese. And I'm like, why does it have to be like that? Like, why does things have to be that way with free-to-play? Like, why does it have to that automatically, because you can buy stuff, is pay to win? It doesn't have to be that way. It could be cosmetic. It could be like just anything but that. Just anything. And I just don't understand. Like, why does it have to be like that? So with free to play, it just has a stigma and a curse on it that we just can't get out of, just the pay to win aspect in it. No matter what type of free to play it is, it just always ends up being like that somehow. And I don't know if that's just the nature of human beings to always want things or be greedy, but it just is what it is. Now on the buy to play side, here's the problem. People are cheap. That's truly what the problem is. So when you have free to play going around and you can just play stuff for free, people are like, man, I'm not paying for this stuff, I'm not doing that. And then that becomes a problem, because people are less inclined, or well, not people, but companies are less inclined to do the buy to play, which means that you get more quality for the money sometime, and it just doesn't end up working out like that. That's why there's so few of them left, and other games just went out of business because they just didn't want to go to the free to play model, or they did go to the free to play model, it just didn't work out for them. So with that said, you guys, I am going to actually talk about, maybe next week we'll talk about the subscription games, who's #1 and who's not. That's probably is what we're going to talk about next week. And just let me know in the description what you feel about the buy to play games. And yes, there are more buy to play games. There are plenty of them out there, but I felt that this was the #5 that I felt relevant with myself, that I can confidently say. I know there's other stuff out there, and some of it is not even MMO. So I know if you put the culling in my comment sections, I'm going to look at you like a crazy, because the culling is not MMO. But you guys be legendary. I will see you next video, and hopefully you like this one. Peace. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.